Right, guys, nice to meet you. Like I said, I've got some familiar faces, some unfamiliar faces, but absolute pleasure. Thank you very much for giving up your evening and coming. Really appreciate it. My name is Callum Andres, as you can see, chiropractor here at Goose Chiropractic, and the talk's going to be relatively informal. If you have got questions, please feel free to shout out. I will be doing a Q&A at the end as well. There'll be some interactive bits. I'd love you to be involved as much as you can possibly be, but obviously if we are feeling anything a bit tight, a bit achy, a bit stiff, don't worry about it. Just let's watch someone else and we'll go from there if that's all right. Yeah, some dead eyes going around. All right, so a bit of an outline for today then. We're going to talk about different headache types. We're going to talk about common causes, why they can arise. We're going to talk about things you can do to help with the main wins, the main takeaways. We've got a little sheet as well for you to take away. So obviously if you want to make notes, feel free, but there will be a good summary at the end. And then we're going to talk about a chiropractic perspective because that's where I know best, and I've been seeing it for the last 4 years, and where we can really get to the nitty gritty. And then, like I said, we'll do a Q&A at the end for anyone who's got extra questions. But if you do have any, just shout out for me. A little bit about me. Graduated from University of South Wales in 2021. Amazing part of the UK. I'd recommend anyone to explore Wales if you've not already. I've been at Goose since 2017. I went my A-levels and I ended up shadowing loads of chiropractic places. I came to here and I thought, tell you what, this is really a bit of me. It's an amazing environment. And then graduated university, and pretty much since 2021 I've been chained to the radiator and I actually sleep over there and Tom's not letting me leave. So no, I'm joking. It is an amazing place though. Overall, I'm quite an active guy. I'd like to think I do hike. People who know me. I run, jump, snowboard, ski, swim, everything, and I think that helps me be so passionate about trying to get people back to the best. And that's how I see my purpose in chiropractic and what chiropractic can do for people. The reason why I want to do this talk in particular is because I want to kind of break the stereotype that chiropractic is purely back pain. I've worked with professional athletes, boxers, rugby players, but my main clientele are general public. And I'm seeing more and more these days that headaches are becoming a really, really prominent, prevalent thing. And I think we can do a lot more for them. Right, a quick reality check. They're extremely common. Headaches are really common. That's probably why we're all in this room. We either suffered or we know someone that has suffered with them. I think research is saying these days 1 in 6 people at any point in time in a room is suffering with some kind of headache symptoms. So that wouldn't surprise me if anyone's feeling that now. And also it says that these days, the research, that over half the population, so what we're talking these days, 3.something billion, 4 billion people will suffer with headache symptoms at some point in their life. It's quite scary numbers, really. But common doesn't mean normal. Just because something's common does not mean it should be a normal part of day-to-day life, and we shouldn't have to put up with this sort of stuff. It's on the board, but what's the go-to solution for headaches at the minute? Shout out. Paracetamol, painkillers, all that. Yeah, exactly. It's a crutch that we all use, but I want you to start seeing it as it's putting a plaster over a cut. It's not really solving the root issue underneath. So let's challenge the mindset there and break that pattern. Okay, so there's 200 different types of headaches. It'd be taking me absolutely ages to go through them all in detail, but I've summarized them into primary and secondary. Primary, unfortunately, we don't know the main details of how they occur. We know them, they're defined as functional neurological disorders, issues with the brain itself. Whereas secondaries, it's identical causes, it's mechanical, it's chemical, it's stuff that's affecting the head and neck, and that's again where chiropractic can come in. First few types are primary. These are the 3 most common: migraine, tension type, and cluster. Has anyone been told they've had them, or anyone suffering with those in particular? Yeah, a few notes. What have you got? What are you struggling with? Migraines, yeah. So more tension, yeah. Migraine, yeah, a few more. So that's a really common, and let's learn a little bit more about those. You said tension yourself, yeah. So that's the band of pressure that I'm sure you've felt a million times, yeah, around the temples, and these can last 30 minutes to several days, and they are the most common type. Migraine, I think we all know someone who suffered with these or suffered, like you just said yourself, truly. Throbbing pain, one side of the head, and the main difference with these is that you get those, you get a sickness feeling, you get your nausea, you get your flashing lights, yeah. Am I speaking your language? And we're again putting all these types of these primary headaches down to hypersensitivity of the brain and issues with the trigeminal nerve, which is a big nerve in the top of your head. The 4 phases of a migraine. Anyone know that there were 4 phases of a migraine? No? So initially we get a warning phase. Your body is processing all that sensory information and it's getting overloaded. It's starting to really struggle, okay? Then most people start to get a sensory change. This is what we just talked about in terms of that flashing light, in terms of your tingling, what the auras exactly. And then we get the mean phase, the rubbish phase, which is where people are in the living room, lights off, blinds shut, hugging the floor, waiting for the world to swallow them whole. Yeah? Ringing familiar, sounding familiar. And this is all due to inflammation of the brain and also widening of the blood vessels in your brain. So you can imagine loads and loads of blood pushing through. It's going to create that kind of throbbing, whooshing feeling that we get. Okay. And then obviously we get a hangover phase, which I think is well summarized. Probably have all been in a hangover, aren't we? And I think that lag phase is the follow on from all that sensory overload in your body. And your body's got to reset, it's got to restore itself. And that's why these migraines can linger for days and days. Cluster, main difference from cluster to migraine, because you're still getting your pains on one side of your head, you're still getting your symptoms, your snuffly eyes, your watery eyes, your redness, that sort of stuff. But it's periodical, it's episodic, and it's very, very predictable. So it's usually same time, same days, same weeks of the year, and they happen frequently and frequently. And the reason again is all to do with that hypothalamus, which controls loads of stuff in your brain, and your inflammation of that nerve that I just talked about, and again that inflammation of the brain itself. So they're the 3 most common types of primary headache. A little summary on that is, again, we don't know too much why this happens, but we know it's a brain issue, a functional neurological event. But secondaries, we do know what's happening with those. And I've branched them into 2 categories really: high trauma, low repetition. Example of that, head injury. Yeah, it's done big damage, but you don't do it too often, or a infection, or even a stroke. And then I've got branched the other ones into low trauma, high repetitions. So things that we're going to go into later on in the presentation, so like your posture, like modern day stress, that sort of things that are happening day in, day out, but they're micro on the scale. And there they are branched there. So more so medical emergencies at the top, stroke, infection, head injury, want to pay more attention to, and then also cervicogenic headaches, which means headaches from the neck and shoulders, upper back, and again where chiropractic can come in. Right, obviously, guys, not every headache is a stroke, but there are some things that they're thankfully very, very, very rare, but there are some things that we can look out for to keep that mindful. Just more neurological symptoms, fever, stiff neck, etc. Yeah. Right, cervicogenic headaches. Has anyone got headaches that we're not going to talk about? Not like migraines, not so the tension, more so like the achiness around shoulders. Really? Yeah. Go on, in what sense?
Body were hurting from my neck, like the pain started like here.
Yeah.
Into my shoulder, and it was back of my head here, and I felt like my head was heavy, and it was just weighing and just heavy and painful.
Heavy and blocked, yeah, and that's exactly.
That's why I started.
Yeah, and it's that feeling. It's the upper neck, all referring to the top of here. Okay.
No matter what I did, I couldn't get comfy. I couldn't position my body where it would not hurt.
No, brutal and really, really, really common. 3 easy stretches to build on all the good stuff that the guys are doing. Yeah. So we can all do this. Easy ones, easy wins, small things. That's what I want you to take from this presentation. Let's go. Let's get interactive. So hands up, back of your head. Yeah. I want you to just feel nice and soft. We don't need too much pressure down the back of the head. We're just going to drop your head down towards your chest. And I want you to drop it towards your left-hand side of your chest. I want you to point your nose towards the right. Sorry for people who struggle with directions here, but yeah. And just, you should feel it right at the back of your neck. Is everyone feeling that? Yeah? Little nods? Yeah? Feel it? We've got 2 more. It's all good. Back up for me. Same side. Down. Pull it down towards your right. And then look into your left. Put a bit of pressure down the back of your head. Yeah. We're usually asymmetrical, to be honest. Back up for me. Everyone relax. Usually asymmetrical, because bodies adapt in different ways. Okay, so you'll probably find that quite a lot, depending on different muscles. Different one. Arm up. Opposite ear. Gently pull it down towards the shoulder. That's good. Good. Feeling that up here. Yeah? Switch it. Other side. pull it down. I'd show my neck crack if anyone did that. Yeah. And then down. All feeling it? Yeah, good. Last one. Really good for desk workers, this. Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, good. Pilates is good for us. Arms up, cross, arm onto elbow. And the cheat with this is you don't want you turning. I want you pulling that arm around. I want you to feel it in this bit. Yeah, feeling it? Swap sides. Give it pull, and you can hold this for 10-12 seconds. These are just easy wins. And to be honest, even if you're not feeling it, we know it's going to be working the right muscles, so it'll still be loosening them off in the background. Everyone shake your shoulders. Good stuff. Thank you. Nice little shoulder roll. Okay, next up. If it works. Didn't like that. Spent too long. There we go. So why do we need to do this then? Modern life is brutal. Phones, desks, driving. Who's guilty of being on the phone for too long and end up doom scrolling? There you go, thank you. Yeah, and scrolling, and we've got bad posture, and we've got blue light going at us, so we've got a lot of eye strain. Same with desks. Yeah, positional, but also then watching time slip away. Half an hour turns into 3 hours later. Driving, again, automatics are probably the doom of us, really. Nice and relaxed. We all seem to slide to one side. People sitting on wallets, that happens all the time. Yeah, that constantly. And then sofas. Anyone who sits at the TV, does anyone sit at the TV that's not square on? Anyone sit on like an L-shaped sofa? Yeah. And then you got a bit of this going on. Yeah. And all these muscles that are then going to be aggravated over time. Yeah. Just things to think about. But we're all developing what I call this prawn posture. It's getting really common now, especially in the young people. And we're seeing it more and more. Everyone's forward, everyone's hunched over. Okay, and long term, that's going to build into things like these headaches that we're talking about now. So, a good way to think about posture then, bowling ball analogy. Your head weighs essentially about the same as a bowling ball, 12 kilograms. I have no idea what 12 kilograms is in pounds or stone, but we're rocking 12 kilograms. Right, there you go. So, imagine holding little lads like this. Yeah, we've all held a bowling ball, haven't we? Yeah, cool. It's nice and easy if I asked you to hold a bowling ball like this. If I were asking you to hold a bowling ball out on your arms like that, what would we be feeling? Yeah. Soreness, pain in your arms, yeah. Same thing for your head. So we're not head nice and tucked up. It's no issues. We've got head. In fact, we can do this with it. Everyone just push your neck forward. Push your neck forward like that. We're starting to feel it top of this. Imagine that day in, day out. It's going to build and build and build, and that tension is going to build as well. And now I don't want you to all be thinking we need military posture. That's not what I want. I don't everyone walking around like this afterwards. Yeah, I want change. That's the best thing. Variance is the key thing. So if you have been sat rounded for a while, let's break it up. If you have been sat up for a while, let's just move. The body wants to move. So cervicogenic headaches can refer to these sort of areas. This is just one example, but I put behind the eyes, temples, and base of skull. This is a big muscle. Proper top marks on the quiz question if anyone knows the name of this muscle. Sternum, clavicle, cleidomastoid is that bone there, sternocleidomastoid, and it is one that I've highlighted. It gets really stressed out when his heads go forward, and it's getting more and more common. I just wanted to invite you just to squeeze and put them little crosses up there as well so you can see it. Just feel it, go off the hole in your neck, and then just feel, and just do a little pinches, finger and thumb, up. And I'm assuming, there's a little bit on me as well, we've got a few tender spots. Feel anything? Yeah, a little bit of soreness. That's probably telling us head's quite forward. We're overworking that muscle. Yeah, a few nods there. Everyone's kind of going, oh, it's not nice, is it? So, also, the main thing from that is that that's just one muscle. I only had one muscle there. Now we've got muscles running up here and here and here, and so many in the neck. So you can imagine that on a bigger scale. Stress in the nervous system. And this is the other part of modern life. Stress isn't just mental, stress is physical. Yeah? So, when we're getting chased by a lion, or when we're in stress, when we're in stress, what happens? Anyone shout out anything that happens when we're stressed? Could be easy. Just,
I cry.
you cry? That's cool. Yeah, yeah, sound. Anything else? Withdraw. Yeah, that's a really good one. That's fine. Yeah, all your body is doing exactly like you just said. Withdraw there. It's prepping you for fight or flight. It's prepping you.
I started coming, I said I feel like my whole body is in fight or flight.
Constantly. Yeah.
For like past, like I said, when I came 4 years.
Wow.
And I think it's just been, to me, it's been trauma and stress.
Yeah, but then built up.
And I've been constantly.
Yeah, never getting out of that cycle. Yeah, And this is the thing. So that fight or flight mentality is brilliant when we were back in the day, primal, running away from lions, when your body's either going to try and leg it or give it the best left hook ever. And I won't tell you which one is probably the best. Don't quote me if you're in that situation, please. I hope you're never in that situation. But the thing is, these days the lions have been replaced by other things. So traffic, it's being replaced by work deadlines, it's being replaced by emotional stress. Yeah, so we're getting that more and more. We're just not designed for it. We're not meant to be in stress that often. It means that your headaches are going to be more likely to trigger. We just spent all that time talking about primary headaches being over irritation, excitation of the brain. If we're in a stress state, are we going to be more likely or less likely to have them primary headaches? More likely, exactly. And same with secondary. If all in fight or flight, your muscles are tensing, you're breathing shallow, so you're using all these muscles to breathe rather than your diaphragm, you're going to get tension in your neck and shoulders, which is then going to build up the secondary headaches. So again, just thinking about the stresses that could be in your life and what could be playing that part. I branched them into this: physical stress, emotional stress, chemical stress. Physical stress, anyone being told that they grind the teeth? Yeah. Grind the teeth. That's probably the time we're dealing with some stuff at night, struggling to switch off. And it's these muscles in there and there. Yeah, and that's going to fuel into this. It feels like your head's on fire. Emotional stress, like we just said, hormone levels. People getting certain ages, men and women, both changing constantly, going to have an effect. Chemical stress, diet, water intake, what are we fueling our body with, all play a big role. It's mind of its own, that, isn't it? And the way I like to think about stress is this. I think it's a really good analogy. It's the stress bucket. So all them things, physical, chemical, emotional, you're right. Nice little stack. She started out though, she did a proper little one-legged wobble. Yeah. Is it all stress goes in the same bucket? We can't compartmentalize this. So, and what happens to a bucket when it fills up? It overflows, exactly. And we're going to be more likely to experience headache symptoms. But also, stress in general is going to mean that we get muscle aches. It means that we're going to get gut issues. It means we're going to get sleep deprivation. Yeah, exactly what we just talked about. A lot of nods going around here. But it's just an invitation just to think about what kind of stresses could be contributing in your guys' life. That's all. Okay, so easy things we can try. Move. We're meant to move. There's a lot of truth in you don't use it, you lose it. And yeah, nothing more than that. Every 30, 60 minutes, if you can try and break it up, try and shift your pattern, I think it's going to help a lot. Breathing, I hear all the time in clinic, I'm really good at dealing with stress. And that is a bit, yeah, it's a bit of a bugbear to be fair, because just because you're good at dealing with stress and you're coping with it well does not mean your body's not fighting the fire behind the scenes. It's still happening. Yeah, it's got to deal with it. So breathe, yoga, Pilates, talk to people, journal. It's absolutely huge these days. It's getting more gravity, but there's a lot of weight in it. And reduce phone time. We just talked about doom scrolling, screen time, posture. Yeah, realistically, we're never really looking at anything good, are we? To be honest, 9 times out of 10 anyway. And change seating and driving position. Anyone know the best sleeping position? Like to know? Yeah. No. In the bed is always good. I told you when I got changed there, it's never fun. Best sleeping position is on paper on your side. Which side? Pick a side. That doesn't really matter, to be fair. A comfy side. Let's keep that. Knee up. If you're being really good, you have one pillow, a little dip in it as well for your neck. We're going to have a pillow between his knees, stop it stretching around on his lower back. And if we're being on top form, we'd have a pillow between his arms as well. Because actually, if you set like this and all squeezed up, all these are going to get stressed out. Driving position, nice, another nice easy one. Head back to the headrest. Should be able to look at your mirrors nice and easy, but that headrest there for a reason. The lumbar support, knees 90 degrees, and sat up straight. Another one to try when you're driving home later on. Just have a think how you sat, and just I bet you, or near enough one-sided, or sat too far forward. Yeah. I'm getting there, and I'm like leaning back. Yeah. Right up on closest. Yeah. Yeah. You can't be sitting on wheel. It's never good for us, that. But it's just a good one to think about again. And then, right, who knows the average amount of hours we need for sleep and recovery? Good. Any other guesses? Shout out. We'll go around. We'll go through us. 8.
Say about 8 to 10.
8.
7 or 8.
7 or 8. um,
7 or 9.
yeah, it's 7 to 9. And do we all get that, if we're being honest? Hands up?
Not at the minute.
Yeah?
Yes, but it's broke.
Broken sleep, and it's huge. So either we need a regular sleep schedule the best we can. Broken sleep, we obviously want to try and improve it the best we can too. But your body heals in sleep. It's its recovery time. There's other types of headaches, and these are all quite common. I want you to try this. So we're going to go sinus ones at the minute. Pollen's high. Yeah, hay fever is very high at the minute. Easy ones to try. We're going to go 2 fingers up. So 2 fingers up. I want you to go onto your nose, slide off, and you want to be pushing just under your eyes. And I want a decent bit of pressure. And I want you to feel if that feels a bit tender, or if that feels a bit easing, or anything like that. How's that doing? Anything? All right. Thumbs under your eyes. That's perfect. Yeah. And then drop down and put pressure into your eyeballs, and that's probably going to feel quite heavy. Feel it? Yeah. Feel it? Yeah. Pressure, pushing down, and then relax. How's that doing? Anything? Feel it? Bit of pressure? Sinus headaches. 2 easy sinus releases then. Just work around that bone. Work around down there. Exactly. Yeah. Anyone full of flu, anyone full of cold, it's an absolute golden winner too, that when you're ill. But in particular at the minute, pollen's up, hay fever's up, really nice, easy win. And that's more common than what you think. Blue light, yes. Blue light, right, okay guys, it's quite lit in here. But just cover your eyes for me. Hands over your eye. Let's have 5 seconds like that. And how's this? It's feeling quite nice for everyone. We get a bit sleepy. Yeah, and it's relaxing and stopping. Was it nice just because I stopped talking for a bit, to be fair? Any eyes feel like they were relaxing as we did it, as we were shutting off? Yeah. Again, probably telling us too much screen time, sensory overload, eye strain. And then suboccipital, last one, we're going to go fingers again, say 2 fingers. You're going to go to the back of your head, right in the back, should be like this, back there. Want it to slide off, and there'll be just a little ridge in there where you slide down on either side of your neck. And I want you to just put a bit of pressure in. Again, lean back into it. Lean your head back, drop your head back. And again, if that feels quite relieving or it's a bit tender, we're telling us that we've got some suboccipital issues there. So just relax again. Feeling it? Yeah. So really common area for neck issues again in cervicogenic headaches because they're overused muscles. Posture, and that's an easy release you can do. Just something like nice and easy as that. Okay, good stuff. If anyone feels a bit wobbly after that, by the way, no worries. It's just we just poked a lot of areas. Right, let's bust some myths about headaches. Bad posture doesn't come from damage. Bad posture comes from adaptations over time. Small little things like we just covered: desk, driving, sleeping, everything. Like how you just a little adjustment there on your seat. That was good. That were proper guilty moves. But it comes from damage over time. And the thing is with these adaptations over time is they can be reversed. Some of you guys are in practice now. We've already seen it on our posture scans. We see it all the time. We do them every 12 sessions, and we see your posture starting to change. It takes time. It takes time to happen, but it can be reversed. The other one is, I hear this all the time, this is my second bugbear. I promise I'm not this grumpy, it's just these 2 things kill me. Just because we're getting older doesn't mean we should be in pain and getting stuff like headaches and issues like that. I feel like every week I get someone who's 28 and a half years old coming in going, oh, I'm nearly 30, I'm broken, it's all right though because I'm getting old. And then it scales up 40, 50, etc., whatever age you want to put on it. And it's just not true. I've got a lad called Tony that I see every month, and he's 88. And he comes in, and to this day, he gets adjusted. He touches his toes, and I still always copy him as well because it stresses me out. And he goes hands flat, and then he'll do from a hands flat, he'll do 10 press ups, and he'll go, oh, that'll do, perfect. And I'm like, he's 88. If by that logic that just because we're getting older we should be in pain, he should be willing to see me, but he's not. He's showing us up, so it's no excuse. We shouldn't be feeling like this. Okay. Quick audience demo. Some more ones for us, Julie. Yeah? We're going to go a Brugger exercise. This is good for seating positions quite frequently. This is good for desk positions. We're going to get nice and relaxed as well. So we're going to go sat back in your chair, knees flat, shuffle back, neutral posture. You're gonna go arms out. It's quite hard if you've got really comfy chairs, isn't it? There you go. Yeah. And you're gonna externally rotate your arms as much as possible. So you're kind of pinning your shoulder blades back as well. I'm gonna raise this head up a little bit while keeping this chin tucked. And you should start to feel it all down this bit. And then we're gonna take 3 big deep breaths in. So big deep breath in. All the way out. Same again, breath in. Abdomen breathing, really trying to pull that breath into your stomach, keeping your shoulder blades pinned back, all the way out. Good. Washing your stomach now, watching that abdomen breathing. Again, big deep breath in again. Really pin your shoulder blades back on the last one. And all the way out and relax. And as you relax, just bring your shoulders down and just wobble them in between your arms. And then back up and just give it a bit of reset. That's it. Yeah, it's good, mate. Easy is done in the day. Let's have a stand. Let's change it up. Neck rotation, shoulder rolls. Yeah, start this every single morning. Left hand side. Hold it. 3, 2, 1. Right hand side. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Good. Drop it down to middle. And then just start to roll it around one way. Roll around with a bit of grinding, bit of popping, I'm assuming. Yeah. And then back to neutral. Good stuff. Then roll your shoulders for me. Back 5 times. 2, 3, 4, 5. Forward 5. Grind. Sorry, I know. Speedy. And arms up. And just do some big circles. Big circles. Wide as we can go. Wide and forwards. And back. Forwards. Good. And then again, just let your arms angle. Bit of a shake out. Bit of a move. High twist. High twist. Nice and gentle with that though. Don't push it too much. Just nice and steady and controlled. Okay. And everyone have a seat again for me. It was very elegant. I can't lie. Some good form there. And then
Cushion. Crunchy noises that you get in the clips,
yes.
Are they quite okay?
Quite common, quite normal. Did you early on when I was doing that one? I had a right pop if anyone heard that, to be honest. Yeah, grinding, popping. Yeah,
every day
you feel the grinding, popping. Yeah.
Really, it's as if there's crystals in it.
Yeah. And there will be extra bits of bone in joints as we age. I'll have some, we'll have a bit more as we go, but that is a completely normal thing. I think arthritis is quite a negatively connotated word, really. It's a normal process that happens as we get older, and that can be sometimes some of the grinding. But again, the best thing for that is movement. So you want to be doing stuff like we've just done. You want to be doing chiropractic. You want to be moving. You want to be freeing these things up. And then, to be fair, you do notice usually that the grinding stops, or it's much less than what you're normally feeling as you get into care. And then we'll just do some box breathing. So we're gonna go eyes shut, everyone comfy, yeah? Eyes shut, relax back into your chair, hands on your quads just to get everyone neutral. Nice, I know, I'll be sleepy after this, you know. Right, eyes shut. I want to do 3-second hold. Breath in through your nose. Hold for 3, 1, 2, 3. Breath out for me. Relax your shoulders. Breath in for me. Big deep breath. Using your stomach muscles. Breath out for me. Breath in for me. Hold for 3. Breath out for me. Last one. Big deep breath in. Hold. 2, 3. Breath out. 3. And that's good. Thank you, guys. I just always think it's really powerful and amazing how just 4 breaths like that can just completely reset you. Just feel instantly much more relaxed, much more calm, much more level. And again, just building on from all the modern day stress, I think it's really important. God, snoozing now. Obviously, I want to talk to you guys about chiropractic. Like I said, this is what I've seen in the last 4 years, and it can help headaches massively and your body in general. Chiropractic looks at your nervous system function. If you guys have been in it for a while, it's good to go back over this sort of stuff. And we're trying to get your body working the best it can possibly work. when it's working the best it can possibly work, it can heal the best it can heal. I use this analogy. I like this analogy. So I want you to think about a hose pipe. Would you all know what a hose pipe is? Amazing. So a hose pipe, unravelled, no dramas, pressing the trigger, water's coming out the end, it's shooting, it's all working well. Yeah, you're watering your daffodils. You can tell I'm not a gardener, I don't know the daffodils, but the daffodils will do. And then if we think of the complete polar opposite, there's a kink in the hose pipe, it's wrapped around a statue. What's going to happen to the water at the other end? It's going to reduce, going to stop. Yeah, exactly that. And I want you to think of a restriction or an irritated joint or pressure on a nerve like that. That's the things that we get in this body. So if we get less movement and the nerve's not working as well, then we're going to get symptoms like the headaches, we get some other symptoms as well. And chiropractic itself aims to remove those kinks in the pipe. It gets joints moving, it takes pressure off of nerves over time, and then your body and system can work the best it can possibly work. And you can water your lovely daffodils or any other plant that anyone wants to think about. And also, if we are getting the body working the best it can possibly work, the side effects are usually much, much more than that. Side effects are that your sleep can improve because it's not dealing with all these extra things it's had to deal with. It can, you're going to be decreasing your stress levels because who's not a nicer person when they're not in pain? And your energy is going to increase because your sleep's improving as well and your body's actually resting and recovering. What happens at Goose Chiropractic is we're going to do a consultation. We're going to talk about how we want to know about you, we want to know about health history, what might have got us to this point. We want to do a physical assessment. We want to look at how your joints are moving. We want to look at how your nerves are working with a neurological assessment, rule out some of the rubbish stuff we talked about before, however unlikely it is. And then we want to do a functional analysis scan. So we want to look at your posture. We want to look at how your muscles are working. We want to look at how your body's working in general. We want to track it over time because we're confident we'll see results, but we want to see that progress as well. All right, key takeaways. So headaches are multifacetors. I hope it's come clear that actually there's a lot of things to take away from this and maybe reflect on yourself in day-to-day life that could be contributing to these headaches, and hopefully some easy wins that you can do stretches wise, movement wise, etc. Regardless of primary or secondary chart, there's things we can do, like I just said. I want you to think about the pillars of health. That's a good way of remembering it. Stress, diet, movement, nutrition are all important things to be considering. Get things checked if you want complete peace of mind, if there's anything that is on your mind. And also chiropractic can help. I've got multiple people. I spoke to Brad before I came up, bless him, so I'm doing a headache talk later, like, oh, it's been class since I started, mate. So I'll never forget Jane, who, she came into a consultation with shades on. It was like proper blackout shades, and I either thought, Jesus, you're either the most stylish person I've ever met, or you're in the right tangle, bless her. And she was really struggling with migraine. And she was in that dark room stage, and then since then she's not needed the shades, which I think is really sweet. Which I see her walk in just wearing a normal specs. So I've got Joe. He's a pro boxer. He gets punched in the head for a living, which is never conducive to headaches. And same again. I spoke to him a couple of weeks ago, and he's saying he's had no migraines since and no headaches. So we really can do brilliant things. And
I've gone from having them like daily.
Yeah.
To probably once a week now.
Amazing, yeah, and relatively early on in care still as well, aren't you as well? Yeah. So that's absolutely brilliant to hear, and long may it continue and long may it progress. So that's it from me, guys. I hope you got some good takeaways from that. I'd love to do any questions. Has anyone got any questions for me, guys? Anyone want to ask me anything in particular? If not, I'll hang around at the end and we can chat. If anyone want to shout out.
And so them stretches that you're talking.
Uh-huh.
When's the best time to do them? Ideally, like in the morning, a shift or something.
Mm-hmm.
When's the best time?
Best time, in my opinion, would be when you feel you need it the most. It's a bit of a cop-out answer, but like I talked about, variance being the key. If you feel like you've been in a crumpled up position or you're fresh off a shift, you've been heavy working, that's a prime time to do them. And also, it's one of them things where there's probably never a bad time, really. It's very hard to overdo these little reliefs, especially because how short they are, and you can build on them. So yeah, I'd be doing them ideally morning and night. Go to bed prepped, go to bed free and loose, wake up, set your day up. Always is a treat. But actually, anything else you feel in the day, crack on from there. Yeah, good question though. I like that.
How
True.
do you handle things if you know that the stress that you've got isn't going to go away?
There's the Yorkshire answer. Yeah.
It doesn't quite work like that. I mean, obviously, I come here,
Yeah, which is
I
brilliant.
see Heidi,
Yeah,
I go to the gym 12 sessions a week.
Yeah.
I eat healthily.
Yeah.
I drink plenty of water. Don't drink alcohol.
Mhm.
And then you go to work.
Is it?
And that goes down in.
Do you want to talk about what the stress is? If you feel
I've
comfortable
got
to.
a mother-in-law who's got dementia, so
Mhm.
I look after her.
Oh dear.
And my stepmom, who is 97, fell off her stair lift and broke 3 bones in her neck, 4 bones in her back, both wrists, and she's just come out of hospital and I'm looking after her.
Yeah.
I mean, 10 out of 10. If you're going to do it, do it
I
properly.
know, she has
Yeah.
done a great shift there.
Not
She
like
bless
we're
her.
not, obviously. 10 out of 10.
But
Bless
she's
her.
still here.
Yeah, that's the amazing
That's
thing.
the thing, it's like you say of, keep moving and doing.
Mm-hmm.
She's 97,
And
but she's
still
done Pilates.
amazing.
Which
Yeah.
has
Pays
obviously
dividends.
helped.
Yeah, exactly.
So, to me, I'm trying to do everything that I possibly can.
To help facilitate.
But
Yeah.
when I come here and see Tom, it's like, oh, you're really stressed. Well, yes, I know I'm stressed. It ain't going to go away.
No. It's finding your avenue, I think, for dealing with the stresses. Obviously, it's an amazing thing that you're doing. I think taking the pressure off self and kind of going, it's nice I'm doing this for them, but you are absolutely number one. Need a bit of you time.
That's why I go to the gym. Yeah.
Is that your you time? Yeah.
That's my me
That's
time.
going to be a gold stand. That can never stop. That if that's your decompress time, that's key.